Hello guys and welcome to Astrology Coaching by Anatoly. Today we are going to discuss one very interesting topic because many of you want to know about success and successful business, if they are going to have successful business and what to check in order to have successful business, what they need to analyze. So I decided to make a short video about what you have to check. Of course, there are many things that you have to check, but the most important things that you have to check, and in the end we're going to see Bill Gates' chart, okay, and we'll see what are the things that made him so successful. Okay, let's start now. So now I'm going to draw. I'm sorry. I'm going to draw a chart so I can show you. I'm going to draw a North Indian chart. Yes, okay. And I'm going to show you the computer. What you have to check. First house, second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, this is the North Indian chart in Vedic astrology. You know it. Just a second to remove the... Okay, you see. So, first of all, when we start analyzing chart, whether there will be successful business opportunity, whether you will be a successful businessman, first, you have to check the strength of the whole chart. You have to see all the planets. You have to see all the nakshatras. You have to see everything. You have to see the strength of the planets in D9, D10, everything. The general strength of the chart. Of course, if you have many malefics, for example, if you all the planets in the Dushtana houses, this creates issues, and this can cause a lot of problems with your business, for example. But this doesn't mean that you will not be successful in your business. Maybe you have a great business in fields like philosophy, like psychotherapy or spirituality, or you can have a great business helping other with charity, or anything that is related with 8th, 12th or 6th house. This can or serving other people. You can earn money and you can get great business through serving other people, or through astrology, for example, or occult or spirituality. That's why every chart is unique and every chart is different. But if we have to check specific house for business success, I'm going to tell you which are the most important. Okay, let me take red or green. Okay, I'll take green. I'm a Mercury type of person. Okay, first of all, you have to check the first house. This is the first house. This is your background, personality, thinking, fame, power, overall well-being. You check the first house. What kind of planets you have, what aspects you have, where is the Lord of the house. The Lord of the house is, for example, if this is Aries, the Lord is Mars, because Mars is the ruler of Aries. If it's in the 4th house, this means maybe career related with the home, or your life will be related to your homeland or your home mother. Depends on many things. But let's say you check the first house, you check where is the Lord, the nakshatra of the Lord of the house, the position, the sign, everything, and of course your ascendant. There is a degree here that will determine what kind of person you will be and what will be your personality and fame. First house is the background of the whole chart, okay? The next one is, of course, the second house. This This house is the second house. Let me write it. Second house. This is your savings. For real businessmen, you have to check the third house. Third house is this house. This is your courage, bravery, and these are your efforts. And this is the house of self-employed people. This is the house of the great businessman, because third house is the house where you put your efforts. If you have, for example, Saturn here in a good position, I'm pretty sure you'll be very good businessman. I'm pretty sure. Third house is the background for the self-made people and business oriented people, because this is the house of Mercury. Originally this is the house of Mercury, and Mercury is business, so you are checking third house for sure, but third house in the D9 and D10 too, okay? This D9 is divisional chart, Navamsha, which is the soul of the birth chart and the chart for love and romance and spouse. And D10 chart is the Samsha, which is your career chart. These are divisional charts. The next one is fifth house. Fifth house is this one. Fifth house is this one. And this is the house of investments, the house of creativity. The other thing, of course, the seventh house. The seventh house, yes, seventh house too. Seventh house is this one. Seventh house, I forgot to say that fifth house is 7 from the 11th. So this can bring a lot of money. Okay, seventh house is the house of masses, of the other, of partnership. This includes business partnership. So if you want to know whether you can have a good business partnership with other people, you have to check your seventh house. The other house, ninth house, yes, ninth house is the one that I can check too, because this is again money giving, wealth giving house. You know, second, 5th, 9th and 11th are wealth-giving houses, especially 2nd and 11th. For a good business, you have to check the 10th house too. So you are checking the 10th house too. The Lord of the 10th house, Nakshatra, everything. This is like the first house. You check the planets in the 10th house, you check the Lord of the 10th house, you check Nakshatras, you check aspects, everything. And of course, 10th, 11th house, which is the house of gains. So 2nd and 11th are more whether you will be rich in your business. If you want to know about your business type, you have to check first house, third house and seventh house, especially third house. Third house is the house of your real business. If you want to be self-made, you have to check your third house. Many astrologers don't say that, but I always... Where is the green pen? Okay, it's here. I always check sixth house. Sixth house for me is very important. It is Dushtana house. It is a bad house, but still Upachaya house. But this house this is our work ethics. This is the way we work, our work routine, our daily life. If you have discipline or you don't have discipline, are you organized or you are not organized. This house is the background of your success. If you have Saturn here, this is a good thing. You'll be high-class achiever and you will never give up. Saturn is a planet that here will make you workaholic and you succeed in life. Of course, if it's good, if it's in a good position and a good placement. Okay, this is very important. Planets that you have to check first. You have to check Saturn. Saturn is the ruler is the real planet that makes you a good businessman, because and successful businessman. Because when you are to be a successful businessman, you have to work. You have to follow the rules. It's not party. The real businessmen, they work hard. And Saturn works hard. The other thing, you have to check Mercury. This is the planet of business. Venus is the planet of trade, market, so you can check your Venus too if you're in this field. You have to check Rahu. Rahu is your your mission in this life. Rahu is your destiny. So if Rahu is placed in 3rd house, for example, you can become a really good businessman. Kris Jenner has Rahu, I think, in the 3rd house. Many successful business people have Rahu in 3rd house. What else did I say? Oh, you have to check, of course, you have to check the Lord of the 1st house and the Lord of the 10th house. These houses are very important for your business and career. You have to check the Samsha. This is your career chart. You have to check Navamsha. This is, as I told you, this is your soul chart of the birth chart, and you see the strength of your planets. You have to check nakshatras, you have to check yogas, especially Raja Yoga and Dana Yoga. Rajas Yoga is the kingship yoga, Dana Yoga is wealth-giving yoga, okay? And of course, you have to check your Dasha. Dasha is the other thing that is very, very important because Dasha will determine when you start your business and when you have success. As I told in the previous videos, there are many people that are coming and saying, okay, I have a great, I have yogas for fame, but I'm not famous. Yes, you have the yogas, but you are in different planetary period. And maybe you will never reach your, the planet period of the planet that makes the fame yoga. So yeah, you have to check everything, and Dasha is the clock of your life. The planetary period determines when you succeed and how you're going to succeed. It activates the planet, the yogas, nakshatras, everything. So now we are going to check Bill Gates' chart. Let me open it. And we are going to discuss of course, the battery of the camera is low again. I hope we have enough battery. So, Bill Gates. Let me find you. Bill Gates. Okay, so now you see the charts of Bill Gates. Of course, I hide some of the information because I don't want people to see, although Bill Gates, you can find the data in astrology data website, but I still don't want to show Vimshotri Dasha and planet strength. First, you see the birth chart. Below you see the information about the planets. You see the moon chart, because moon chart is very important too. This is Chandra Lagna, and you see D10 chart, which is the great success of Bill Gates. So now we are going to see how this person became so successful. Of course, we cannot see the dashas, and but still, first we check the strength of the whole chart. Of course, I'm not going to do it now. Just see the thing that the Lord, he is with ascendant Gemini. And Gemini is a great businessman. Gemini is the sign for business. The ruler is Mercury, and Mercury is in Virgo. Virgo is the sign where Mercury is exalted and Mutrikon sign. So Mercury is very, very powerful. This means that his chart and his lord of the chart is very strong. Of course, it is with Mars, which can create some issues, but still it is strong. And see the nakshatra of Mercury. Mercury is in Asta nakshatra. Asta nakshatra is the nakshatra of the self-made people. So if you have Asta Nakshatra, this means that you're going to work hard and you will, maybe nobody will help you, but you are going to do everything alone and you will succeed. Asta is the nakshatra of the self-made people. The other thing, Jupiter is in the house in Leo, in the 3rd house. This will give positive energy in the 3rd house, courage, bravery, and will expand this house. So the business will grow here because Jupiter is in the 3rd house. In the 5th house, see what is going on in the 5th house. Venus is in its own sign, Saturn is exalted, and Sun is debilitated. I have noticed I have noticed many people with Saturn-Sun combination in Libra that are very good business people and they are famous. Kris Jenner has Saturn-Sun combination in Libra, of course with other planet, but still, and Sun here is debilitated, but Saturn is in exalted, and there is a constellation of debilitation, which makes this position, which makes Sun not so weak, to be honest. So here there will be problems probably with the father and ego, but and maybe this person will be not so egocentric too. I think I saw there was something in the news that Bill Gates is waiting for McDonald's or something like that in a queue. So that's why there will be no ego. I think when we speak about Bill Gates, there will be more. He will be part of the people, although he is not. 7th. So here what we have to see is that the 7th and 10th lords, Jupiter, is in the 3rd house, the house of business. So he will have successful business partnership and successful career regarding maybe his own business. And I forgot to say that Mercury and Mars here gives a lot of technical skills, and you know why Bill Gates is famous, right? Okay. Saturn, we said the 5th house. Now we can see the Rahu. Rahu is in the 6th house, debilitated. Ketu is in the 12th house, debilitated. This will create issues. There will be probably some kind of real competition, real big enemies, but problems, maybe some legal litigations too, because Rahu is in the 6th house and debilitated, which means it is weak and will create issues. So yeah, this is not the best sign where Rahu can be, but still with time it will get better, because this is Upachaya house and it will improve in time. You can see that 8th lord and 9th lord of the birth chart, Saturn, is exalted, which makes these houses very strong, because their ruler, their lord, is exalted. 8th house is the house of legacy too, so he will leave legacy. You see Moon in the 10th house, which means fame, masses. In Pisces, will make this guy philanthropic, very humanitarian and philanthrop. So I hear now that there are some rumors about vaccine, about COVID and Bill Gates, but I don't think, to be honest, that if he wants to make a vaccine, he wants to do it to harm people. With Moon in Pisces, these people, they don't want to harm you. they want to help you. Pisces is not a harmful sign. Of course, there is some aspects still of Mars and Mercury, but still, if he wants to make a vaccine, maybe he doesn't want to harm you. At least on the first sight. I mean, I didn't go deeply in this chart. The other thing, yogas, you can see 9th Lord and 5th Lord are conjunct, which is a Dana yoga. The other yoga, Saturn, yes, the Lagna Lord and the 11th Lord are together, which is Dana yoga. Second Lord is aspecting the 11th Lord, which is again Dana yoga. In the D10 chart, now we can see D10 chart, the ascendant is Aquarius, and Aquarius is a sign of technology, new age, development. So you see Rahu and Moon in the second house, which will bring a lot of money. You see that Jupiter and Mercury have are changing their signs, which is a strong yoga again. We have to speak shortly about the strength. We see a lot of powerful positions, and of course Jupiter is in third house in Leo, in friendly sign, which will create in Magha, which is the nakshatra of the king. The ruler of the whole chart is in own sign, Mercury. So this is a strong indications, and depending on the dasha, these planets will be activated. So of course, I'm pretty sure if it's in a period of Rahu and Ketu, in the dasha, planetary period of Rahu and Ketu, he will have a lot of problems. But if he is in Mercury or Moon or Saturn or Venus, I'm pretty sure he will be in a good position. So this was just a small let's say analysis of the Bill Gates chart, without getting too deeply. And we'll have more charts like this if you want and if you're interested, but the most important thing is that we discussed the things that you have to check in your own chart. You can go to my website www.astrology-coaching.com, and there you can find more about your chart. You can see your chart and check the positions in it. Or of course, if you want consultation, you can check the consultation options in the website. Okay, thank you for watching. See you soon.